Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to some baseball playoff action. Chuck Zach and Frank Sides along with you as we are coming to you live from Mount Pleasant High School for Game 3 of the 4A Class 2 Regional Area Round game. It's Game 3, Liberty-Eylau taking on Farmersville. I'm getting a little bit of an echo in my ear from Harry back at the station, so we want to probably get that out of my face. Otherwise, we'll be good to go. It's game number 3. And as we said, it's a one-game apiece series. Liberty-Eylau lost game 1, 7-4 in 8 innings. They came back and won yesterday 7-1 to tie this series up at a game apiece. And it is now a winner-take-all affair. Liberty-Eylau is going to be the home team today, which means we're going to see them batting second. We'll start with Farmersville. The Farmers coming in with Caden Norman stepping in. He is going to be the leadoff man for a third straight day. He'll be playing first base. Brady Gray, the catcher, batting second. Colin Berry, the pitcher, is going to hit third. Mason Irwin is in right field. He is going to bat fourth. Jordan Fuller, the shortstop, to hit fifth. Left fielder Braden Malone to hit in the number 6 spot. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Landon Dunham, the DH, hitting 7th. Caden Johnson, the third baseman, hitting 8th. And Jahir Venegas in center field batting 9th. And on the mound for the Leopards, Dylan Neighbors. His first pitch, a strike. That one's a strike looking. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Neighbors coming in. This is his 6th start of the season. 4-2 record. 30 innings pitched, 24 hits, 13 walks, and 32 strikeouts as he misses low for ball 1. 2.56 earned run average for Dylan Neighbors. Now, he's typically the Leopards catcher, but it's been a luxury to have him as really a 4th or 5th pitcher. One misses down low. The count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. You're going to hear a lot of background noise from the Farmersville kids. We are Park Moores at first. Tristan Howe is at second. W.T. Jones at short. Britton Pipes at third. Cam Gamble's in left. Colin Evans is in center. Hagen Powers in right. Gabe Jarvis behind the plate. And this one's swung on, lifted to shallow center. And it's going to drop in front of Colin Evans. And Norman leads things off with a single, and we're underway. It's 78 degrees here in Mount Pleasant. So a pretty nice day. The sun is actually hiding behind really an overcast sky, it looks like today, which will keep things from heating up too much. Only supposed to get up to around 80 today. In steps Brady Gray, the catcher. On the series, he's 2 for 8. No bat from the left side. And Dylan Neighbors checking Caden Norman over at first base. Leopards in their white uniforms with the red pinstripes. First pitch misses a little inside for ball 1. We'll see how quick it takes the Farmers to test the arm of the Leopards catcher, Gabe Jarvis. This is the first game he'll have caught in the series. Britton Pipes, front of the bag at third base. Everybody else back at normal depth. Neighbors out of the stretch, delivers pitch low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Farmersville Farmers in their yellow tops, white pants today. They got their numbers on the back in purple, and Farmersville across the chest in purple as well. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Number 2 hitter, Brady Gray. He and Norman, the only 2 hitters in the lineup with more than 1 hit so far in the series. That one misses outside, ball 3. Neighbors going to step off the mound, readjust the unit. 2 games, 2-0 last night, as they scored, actually 3-0 last night. They scored 3 in the first. 2-0 the night before as they scored in the second. That one misses wide, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk from Dylan Neighbors. And Zach Fowler is coming out of the dugout, but it's really just a matter of directing follow where Gabe Jarvis is setting up. W.T. Jones coming to the mound as well to settle down Neighbors. In steps Colin Berry. He's today's pitcher. Batting from the left side. Berry on the day, or excuse me, in the series, 1 for 6.
And for those of you watching at home, we're having a minor issue with our center field camera. Send somebody out there to replace it. We'll have it back up and running shortly.
Number 3 hitter, runners at first and second, nobody out. First pitch swung on, it slices foul over the head of Britton Pipes at third. for strike one.
Sent Doty out there, so it should be fixed in no time.
Did he just wiggle his nose? Is that what he does?
Yeah. Now, the camera was up and running. It just had a weird little
shimmy? Got a shimmy?
A little shimmy going out there. That's a good way to describe what that was.
No balls, one strike. Neighbors checks Norman at second. Long look. Now he comes to the plate. Showing bunt, pitch up high for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got your 3-hole hitter up early with the first 2 men on. Unlikely they're going to stick with this bunt here. You want to do as much damage as you can early as you can.
It's like Game 7 in the NHL. Everything's a little different in an elimination game. Maddox more charging. They show bunt, and he does bunt it foul. And so the bunt probably gone now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Winner of this gets either North Lamar or Nevada Community. They started their game at 1 o'clock in Bonham. So by the end of the afternoon, we should know who the winner of this series will face. Panthers won game 1. Community won game 2 yesterday, 12-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Barry. Neighbors comes to the plate. Ground ball. This is first base side. It's scooped up by Tristan Howe as he delivers it to Maddox Moore for the first out of the inning. Runners move up. So while they didn't get the bunt down, they got the same basic result out of it with the runners, both of them now in scoring position for the 4-hole hitter, Mason Irwin.
And we are cooking in center field now.
There you
Had
go.
to switch cameras.
Can I get a brat? We're cooking out there. You got a grill?
Well,
Brat would be nice. All right, here's Mason Irwin, another lefty batter. And first pitch he sees bounces in there. Gabe Jarvis.
oh no, it hit him.
Oh, it hit him. Didn't see that. I got a little screen by the on-deck hitter, so Mason Irwin trots down to first base, being hit by a pitch in the leg. And now bases are loaded for Jordan Fuller, the shortstop. He will bat from the right side, which may be at least a semi-advantage if he'll hit a ground ball in the infield. May have a chance to turn 2. 1 away, scoreless game, but the Farmers have gotten guys on early. Bases are loaded. Dylan Neighbors trying to work out of this. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike at the waist. Fuller shakes his head yes. Getting out to a lead here would be huge for the Farmers.
All right, Chuck, once we're back up and running normally, I won't lay out on you anymore. I've got way bigger problems to worry about over here.
Here's a pitch, fastball, inside and high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're at a pretty emotional place here. Farmers have never led first in this series. And the Leopards, who've left bases loaded several times, have a chance to do the same thing to the Farmers here. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a good one, inside corner. That one, Mr. Jordan Fuller didn't necessarily like. Kind of shook his head at that one. So it's 1-2 now. Dylan Neighbors trying to wiggle his way out of a little bit of an early jam. Here's the 1-2 pitch, full windup, breaking ball, got him looking. So Fuller goes down on strikes. That's a huge out, as it now presents 2 outs, and Braden Malone, the left fielder, coming up. Malone 0 for 5 in the series so far.
Let the top of the order do their thing.
It's been a single, a walk, and a hit batter to load up the bases. Here's the pitch. Fastball right there at the knees, called strike 1. Neighbors' best performance this year may have been in a loss. He lost to Paris, but was amazing that day. Struck out 9. Here's the 0-1. This one fouled back, and it's 0-2. He had 1 inning where he gave up 4 hits, and all of them bleeders through the infield. Otherwise, he was dominant for the day. The problem is the offense just couldn't do much. They lost 4-3.
Let's see if we waste a pitch with a runner on third base here. Can't risk bouncing one, but you don't want to give him something to hit.
0-2, swung on and fouled back again. Went upstairs in the zone, and Malone got a little piece of it. On deck, DH Landon Dunham. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Got him swinging. And the Leopards wiggle out of a very, very tenuous top of the first inning. There was no runs, one hit, no errors, and the bases left loaded. We're scoreless after a half. We'll come back for the Leopards to bat when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and
Alrighty, welcome back to the bottom of the first. Waiting on Chuck back to come back from a commercial break on the radio. Got a good look at the Farmers starting pitcher tonight, big lefty wearing number 5. And Chuck Zach will tell you all about him here in just a second. I hope, because I'm not prepared for that. But Neighbors able to work out of a massive jam to get us here. Still tied at 0.
All right, here we go. Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning. Colin Berry on the mound for the Farmers. We saw him for a minute in game number 2. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs. Berry, left-hander, who on the season for what we have has not made a ton of starts, but he is committed to playing baseball at SFA next year. He is a senior, 6 foot, 175 pounds. And he's finishing up his warm-ups. Here's a Leopard lineup today. W.T. Jones at short will bat first. Tristan Howe at second base hitting second. Batting third is third baseman Britton Pipes. DHing is Eli Jarvis. He's in the 4-hole. Cam Gamble in left sitting 5th. Maddox Moore is hitting 6th. He's at first base. Center fielder Colin Evans hitting 7. Catcher Gabe Jarvis 8th. And our pitcher Dylan Neighbors is batting in the number 9 spot. Hagen Power is the man that Jarvis is DHing for today. Defensively, here are the Farmers. Caden Norman at first, Paxton Graves at second. Right behind the plate, Brady Gray and Colin Berry getting the start today. Now, the Leopards, if we're talking about pitching, we saw Dylan Neighbors. They've got more than 50 pitches left for Tristan Howe. A little less than that from Cam Gamble. And if you want to go really deep in this, 13 pitches left from W.T. Jones. For Farmersville, they burned completely Game 1 starter Mason Irwin. He threw 113 pitches on Thursday, so he cannot play anymore in this series on the mound. All right, stepping in Jones. WT ready. 4 for 5 in the series. First pitch swinging, ground ball. Graves at second base has it, and he'll throw out Jones by a step. And that's a big play for Farmersville because WT's been killing him. He's been 4 for 5 with 4 walks in the first 2 games. 8 out of 9 times on base, and they retire him on 1 pitch to start game number 3. Tristan Howe stepping in. Howe 4 for 9 in the series. He struggled in game 1 at an 0 for 5, but he came back with a vengeance yesterday. Tristan in that game 3 for 4 with a walk and a couple of RBIs. First pitch, ball. Second one on the way. That one's waist high for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Howe.
I'm sure you mentioned it in the open. Tristan could play a massive role in this one today. On the mound and at the plate.
He could. Here's the 1-1 fastball that he swings on and misses. That's Barry's bread and butter. He's got a live arm and a good fastball. The Leopards had left-hander against him on Thursday in Irwin. And now back to the lefty here in game 3 with Barry. Here's the 1-2. Off speed and just misses inside. Farmersville fans a little aggrieved by that call. It's 2-2. Ground ball. This one's again toward Graves. Actually, the first baseman's going to go get it instead. He'll throw to the pitcher, Barry, covering to retire Tristan Howe. But I'm going to say this at the end of that. Barry's ankle kind of turned a little bit when he slapped it onto the bag. You wonder if that comes back. It didn't look like he, rolled it, but he gave it a little bit of a tweak as he hit the bag. We'll see if that affects anything. So 2 quick ground outs in the infield. In steps Britton Pipes. Pipes 4 for 9 in the series, 1 for 4 yesterday. Britton batting from the right side. Pitch on the way. That one's strike where yesterday would have certainly been a ball down around the knees. Today's home plate umpire apparently likes the low strike. And it counts no balls and 1 strike to Britton. Fastball. That one's a dart in there, and it's 0-2, and Barry looks on early. No balls and 2 strikes. Colin Berry shaking off the first 2 signals he gets from Brady Gray, and now a third one. He still doesn't like what Gray put down. Now he's happy with it, the 0-2. And spent a little too much time shaking things off. Pipes decides to step out and take time out. Field playing Pipes straight away. He deposited a deep double the other day. Another ground ball right side. It'll again be the first baseman, Norman. He'll take this one unassisted, and the Leopards can't hit a ball out of the infield to start the game. 3 ground outs, all to the right side of the infield, and only 9 pitches onto the arm of Colin Berry today. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We're scoreless. We'll come back for the top of the second when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit Greg Orr.
And welcome back. Chuck is handling some radio duties at the moment. First pitch from Neighbors misses for a ball. A 1-0 pitch driven up the middle for a single. And the leadoff man is on for Farmersville here in the top of the second.
All right, I'm going to assume we're back on. So we'll give it a try here as Farmersville's Landon Dunham, the DH, leads off with a single up the middle. So we're having a little Skyping issues on the radio, but I think we'll get that corrected. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is it's for a second straight inning, leadoff hit for the Farmers off starting pitcher for Liberty-Eylau, Dylan Neighbors. So in comes the number 8 hitter, Caden Johnson. Johnson 1 for 7 in the series. Bats from the right side. Leopards trying to confuse Dunham, who gets back to the bag, and I believe they've brought in a runner for Dunham. As we see a number 10 out there, and for them, I don't even have a number 10 on my sheet. So they got a courtesy runner, though. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. So it's no balls and 1 strike. 2 hits so far off Dylan Neighbors. Neighbors taking a look around and decides to throw back over to first. Runner diving back in there. Jahir Venegas, the number 9 hitter in the on-deck circle for Farmersville. Scoreless ball game as we play in inning number 2. Farmers loaded up the bases in the first, couldn't get anything out of it. The pitch misses inside. And let's see what we're going to get here. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Leopards went down in order in their half of the first. Pitch count numbers not going to be a huge thing, we don't think, for Dylan Neighbors. They've got other choices. As you said, Tristan Hausdug, if Colin Berry can keep single-digit numbers each inning, Leopards won't be able to get into the Farmersville bullpen. Pitch on the way. That one's a called strike, and it's 1-2. Neighbors got in trouble in the first with a single, a walk, and a hit batter, but then struck out back-to-back the number 5 and 6 hitters, to avoid any run scoring against him. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Neighbors shakes his head yes. He liked whatever that call was. Peeks at first, comes to the plate, breaking ball up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Fowler pacing inside the Leopard dugout. He's in the third base dugout where we actually can see the Leopards coaches and kids today. Yesterday they were to our side. You couldn't see them at all. Now you get a chance to look in there and see them, and batter takes time. A little too much delay in getting the signal in.
Yeah, I mic'd up Coach Fowler and Tyler last week, and I noticed in real time how much he actually moves in the dugout.
This one swung on, and it got the batter right in the chest. Caden Johnson tried to back away on the breaking ball, and that's 2 hit batters now for Dylan Neighbors, and we've got 2 runners on and nobody out again. And number 9 hitter, Jair Venegas, stepping in, and he's going to, he's actually walking down to his coach. And I think they're giving the runner at first, Caden Johnson, just a chance to catch his breath. That ball got him, looks like underneath his arm and his ribs.
Absolutely.
So they're kind of giving him just a second to catch his breath as your life flashes before your eyes.
You got a chance to bunt the runners into scoring position for the top of the order here if you can execute.
Farmersville getting guys on. Venegas showing bunt. Leopards doing a wheel and nothing happening there. They've shown this a couple times, and by doing that, in effect, it means the first baseman, third baseman all come charging in. The shortstop goes heading toward third base, and they're hoping the runner sees an opportunity to take off and go to third, and when they do that, they sneak the second baseman in behind. So here's the first pitch. Breaking ball misses a little outside for ball 1.
At the very least, they're hoping he'll stray off the bag a little further than he typically would, and you can backpick him at second, but looks good, and they're executing it well, but Farmersville appears to be coached and ready for it.
Neighbors not happy with that last call on the pitch. I want him to get aggravated on the mound. They're again charging everybody, and Moore is almost even with the pitcher now, and he'll step out, Will Venegas. They're getting a little too long on the looks in. Both sides notorious for that. Barry didn't have to worry about it because he didn't get runners on the first inning, but we saw it a lot last night as well. Here comes Moore again, charging all the way in. They'll show bunt. He sticks the bat out at it, and that's a called strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. An unhappy Farmersville coach smacks his hands. He didn't want that bat to be kept out there on a pitch, obviously out of the strike zone.
And if you know he's bunting and you can command some breaking stuff here, that's your best bet getting out of this.
He's showing bunt again. Moore coming in again, and this time they're going to throw the ball.
He faked it. He faked it.
And now they got the man caught in a rundown. They can get the out at second, and they do. Wow, the Leopards fake throwing the ball into second base. They acted like it went through the infield into the outfield as both Hagen Power and Colin Evans converged on it. We're by the Farmersville bench, and they started cheering like the ball got through. It had us both
confused, and the center fielder dove, and finally I saw the ball dribbling by second base. The way they faked it.
Neighbors almost blew it by, instead of throwing the ball to second, the ball slipped out of his hand. They had to retrieve it and then threw out the runner trying to go to third base.
Yeah, it's got to be said, Coach Fowler is, if he's not the best, it's one of the best baseball coaches in the state of Texas.
That's a momentum killer. They throw over to first, and very close play over there as Johnson dives back. So instead of runners at first and second and nobody out, or second and third and 1 out, now you got just a runner at first and 1 out.
This is my first time seeing Dylan Neighbors, but I can tell I'd like this kid.
Venegas taking the bunt off. He'll swing at this one. He's going to dump it into shallow left, and they can't get to that. It's between WT and Evans and Cam Gamble, just where they ain't. And so a single there would have potentially resulted in a run if they had the runner at second base. Instead, it's back to first and second with 1 away. And we're back to the top of the order, Caden Norman.
All things considered, first and second, 1 down with the top of the order is better than second and third, 1 down the top of the order. So net positive.
Third hit for the Farmers now. Norman with a first inning single, got stranded at third. First pitch to him, called strike. Yeah, this is a different strike zone today. Yesterday, those pitches right where we just saw that one would have been called a ball. So you got a pitcher tonight who likes, a umpire behind the plate who likes the low strike. Neighbors comes back outside that time, misses to the lefty, and it's 1-1. Waiting on deck, Brady Gray. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Pitch on the way. This one swung on and fouled. It's hit out of play behind home plate, and it's 1-2. Neighbors' focus seems to ratchet up with runners on base and him in a bit of a pickle. He's there again now. 1-2 to Norman, and he'll step off. Dylan's spent a lot of time paying attention to the guys on base, trying to keep them close. Comes a pitch. He goes inside and high. Almost hit Norman. Dylan's already hit 2 batters in this game, and now he'll step off the mound and rub up the baseball just a little bit. To the plate, fastball fouled back again, and it's still 2-2. In this region already, Salina's advanced, Lyndale advanced with a sweeping win over Sunnyvale last night, Pleasant Grove advanced, and Benbrook advanced. So 4 of the 8 are moving on. Lyndale and PG are going to face off in round 3 next week. Ground ball in the infield. This one's going to be second baseman Howe to Moore at first. And there's your second out of the inning, and that's a big one because it gets the leadoff man out of the way. So Johnson moves down to third, Venegas down to second, and Brady Gray, who walked, coming up.
Dillon can get us out of this jam. It'll go a long way towards giving this offense some confidence when they come back to the plate, but he's laboring quite a bit early here in the heat.
All right, first pitch. Off speed, got a called strike inside corner. It's 0-1.
Looked like a first pitch breaking ball.
Long look. It's been the way it's been since runners got on base. Pitch hit in the air. Evans going back, trying to track the ball, and he'll get to it just before the wall. Evans had to turn. He started going right, had to reverse fields and got that ball left deep into center field for the 3rd out of the inning and called Dylan Neighbors Houdini. He's been in a bit of a jam twice. He's gotten out of it twice. No runs. There were 2 hits and 2 more men left on base. 5 left on through 2 innings for the Farmers. We're going to come back for the bottom of the second scoreless here on News Talk 107.1 and on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit or Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
One more reminder before we start at the bottom of the second. This series is brought to you by Chicken Express. Multiple locations in Texarkana. That is where we are headed the second we leave here today. Waiting on Chuck to come back from commercial. Got a good look at the opposing starting pitcher. 9 pitches to get through the first. Leopards went down in order.
All right, well, we'll start the second inning for Liberty-Eylau. It's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Eli Jarvis, Cam Gamble, and Maddox Moore will step in to face Colin Berry. Liberty-Eylau, no hits in their first roll through the top of the first inning, or bottom of the first inning, as the top of the lineup went 1-2-3 on groundouts in the infield. All right, for the radio folks, apparently we've had some issues with our Skype, and I think it's back and working now. So you haven't missed a lot as far as scores. We're still scoreless. What you have missed is Dylan Neighbors got out of another 2 runners on base jam thanks to a long fly out to end the inning to Colin Evans. So we'll start the bottom of the second. Eli Jarvis, Cam Gamble, Maddox Moore stepping in. Jarvis hitting from the left side against Colin Berry. Fastball. It paints the outside part of the plate, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Leopards better be aware of the fastball today because that is the big pitch from Colin Berry. Comes back to it again, and Jarvis swings and misses, and now it's 1-2. Really want to try to work pitches out of him, but so far, Colin Berry's been on top of his game. 1-2, goes off speed, bounces it in. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ricky Rushing coaching down at first. Craig Jones at third for the Leopards. Here's the pitch. Fastball, got him looking. Yeah, not much you can do about that. If you don't pick it up early, you're just going to stand there and watch it, and that's exactly what happened for Jarvis. Good fastball, and that's the first strikeout for Colin Berry. Here's Cam Gamble coming up now. Gamble out in left field. First pitch he sees, fastball, misses a little wide for ball 1. Gamble 1 for 4 yesterday, went 1 for 5 on Thursday. That one a little too low, 2 balls, no strikes. Leopards still looking for their first base runner off Colin Berry. The 2-0 pitch. Nope, went low again.
It's been too clean for Berry so far.
Yeah, Berry's asking where was that? He's really reaching back with his fastball. You watch him, he really comes into this. That one he misses wide again, and Berry's a little frustrated, and he's starting to ask what's happening, why is that not a strike? We saw a little bit of that from Dylan Neighbors. Neighbors worked out of it. Leopards with their first runner as Gamble gets a 1-out walk here in the second. And in steps Maddox Moore. Moore bats from the right side. He's at first today. And the first pitch, fastball, in there for a called strike. Maddox yesterday 1 for 3, 2 for 5 on Thursday. So he's hitting 3 for 8 in the series. That one low, ball 1. Moore's got a pretty good eye as well. He didn't get any walks on Thursday, but he picked up a base on balls yesterday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gamble not showing any inclination to move, and they haven't shown bunt at all from Moore, who swings and misses. And the count's 1-2 now. They're playing Maddox in left field way over towards center. They're pulling him to go the opposite direction, which makes a little sense since Berry's such a hard thrower. You figure he'll struggle to get around on it. That one swung on, and it's popped up in the infield, and pitcher Berry's going to go into foul territory to grab that one, and there's out number 2. He got jammed and came off the handle and just probably went about 15, 20 feet up the line on the third base side, where Berry chased it down and recorded the out on Moore. So runner has to hold, obviously, Gamble at first base, and here's Colin Evans. Evans 0 for 4 yesterday. Had a nice game Thursday, 3 for 3. Reached on an error as well. Pitch misses low, ball 1. Evans hit by a pitch yesterday. He's been effective. Certainly the catch out in center today. He had a diving grab in center field yesterday late in the game. And too much time, and Berry takes the time out, and that was pretty much at a place where Colin Berry was about to start his warm-up, or his wind-up rather. Called time just as he was getting started on it. Here's the pitch, fastball, that's a strike, and it's a ball and a strike to Colin Evans. Dave Jarvis is the on-deck hitter, and now we're starting to get the sun popping out. That'll make the challenges,
yes, I would,
exponentially more. Fastball, this one's hit into right. Oh, third baseman collided with the third base umpire And that ball just lands in foul territory, and that's just an oops. Caden Johnson turned and took off trying to get to the baseball, and the umpire tried to turn and get out of the way, and Johnson drifted on that slicing foul ball and went right into the third base umpire.
Just bad luck. The umpire's got to be able to see where that's going to land, and third baseman, they got no chance to dodge each other. Well, see if we can take advantage of that.
Yeah, Evan gets an extra swing here. I don't know that Johnson would have gotten to that ball anyway, but he at least would have had a play at it. Here's the pitch. And this one hit by Evans. It's into right field, and right fielder's going to settle under it and make the catch, and that will end the inning. Leopards with no runs, no hits, one man left on base. We're still scoreless as we head to the top of the third. You're on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Alrighty, we're back for the top of the third, and Dylan Neighbors back out for his third inning of work. Chuck Zach should be back shortly with you. In the meantime, you're going to deal with Frank Sides.
All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning. Scoreless ball game here. Game 3 of the area round of the playoffs. Winner take all. Farmersville out of 13 4A and Liberty-Eylau out of 15 4As. Things get started with the number 3 hitter and pitcher, Colin Berry, who looks at ball 1 from Dylan Neighbors, Leopard starter. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters up for the Farmers in this inning. Pitch catches the outside corner. For Shevers gets hit with the same timeout kind of thing that Berry did last inning, just as he's going through his windup. Berry stepped out and called time. Pitch misses up and out. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
And for different reasons, Berry's taking too long, and Dylan Neighbors is wanting to work quick.
Yep. Leopard pitchers typically don't fool around. Get the ball, throw the ball. Fastball, this one fouled, and it's 2-2. Leadoff men, the first and second, have gotten on for the Farmers in both of the first 2 innings. Neighbors would like to start getting rid of the leadoff guy. 2-2. And that one, tell you what, Berry does a nice job reaching to protect the plate. Fouls it back into the screen and stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're playing in the top of the third inning. Liberty-Eylau won last night 7-1. Farmersville won on Thursday night 7-4 in 8 innings. Fastball misses up and out. Now it's 3. There's the 3-2. Swung on. And that one's behind home plate and into the stands. You can hear it careening off the steel or aluminum stands behind us, or off to the side of us. Okay, Jarvis behind the plate gave it a chase, but just ran out of room. So it stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here's Neighbors' pitch. Fastball misses up, so the leadoff man on for a 3rd straight inning. Neighbors going to have to work out of an issue again, and Zach Fowler's taking a walk out this time. He hasn't made a trip out yet, but see how much room he's going to give Neighbors. They've been flirting with fire so far. Got the bases loaded in the first, and Neighbors struck out 2 in a row to get out of it. Got 2 guys on to start the third, and managed to get out of that, thanks to kind of a trick play that deked the runner who was at second base and got him caught in a rundown and threw him out.
This mound visit brought to you by Chicken Express. Looks like that's where Zach Fowler's headed after this one.
Oh, is it?
Don't know. He looks hungry. Making me hungry.
Farmers, I think, are hungry for a hit. His runners in scoring position.
The next hit is brought to you by Chicken Express. Let's hope it's a leopard.
All right, here's Mason Irwin. He got hit by a pitch back in the first inning. That loaded up the bases. Neighbors with a runner at first, nobody out, third inning. He's about to throw his 50th pitch of this game. And again, if you're Zach Fowler, as long as he's getting out of jams, you're going to let him keep throwing.
Absolutely. Feels a little bit like the beginning of the night for Liberty-Eylau. We were just loading the bases inning after inning and struggled to push something through. We finally did, broke it open.
First pitch, high, ball one. Out of the stretch, ball two. I'm starting to feel Neighbors looks a little fatigued.
It is shockingly hot out here today.
Well, it's humid. It's really, that's really the thing. It's a draining humidity. Throw over to first, and I think if I'm Fowler, that's what I'm watching is the body language from Neighbors. And right now, he looks a little bit gassed. We'll see if he can pull himself through it.
And of course, it's a win or go home game. So if you're on the fence, you're going to lean towards.
Another throw over to first. This one gets around Moore. He won't be able to. First to second, and the Leopards somehow just keep wiggling out of it.
If you'll notice there, WT deked the runner, threw his hands up. I can't believe that just happened as the ball is coming towards him. I don't know if it affected the runner slowing up there, but either way, the Leopards erase a base runner
Unbelievable.
with a failed, then converted pickoff play.
So he threw the ball away from Moore, who chased it down and threw out Barry trying to go to second. Now a swing and a miss, and it's 2-1 on Irwin. It's an unexpected turn of events through the first 3 innings for sure. Ground ball, this is toward Pipes. He dives, lays out, gets up, throws in time, and gets Irwin by a step for the second out.
Oh my.
There's your highlight defensive play so far. And the Leopard faithful starting to pick up a little bit of adrenaline.
Wow. I didn't know Dylan Neighbors had it like that at third base. Unbelievable play by that young man.
So Britton Pipes with the bases cleared and 2 outs. Here's shortstop Jordan Fuller. He struck out looking, and he fouls the first pitch off for strike one.
If you're Farmersville, you've got to be wondering out loud, what do we have to do to score a run in this one?
Well, and at some point in time, that very thing starts to become a thing. You start to see a momentum shift. This one pounded toward Jones. He lays up, but he can't get it as it bounds into left field for a 2-out single from Jordan Fuller. And that is base hit number 4, I believe, off of Dylan Neighbors. So the Farmers get another guy on. And here's Braden Malone, who struck out swinging to end the first inning with the bases loaded.
Someone graciously went out and grabbed my lucky hat for me.
You said you'd pay an unbelievable amount of money, so I'm wondering what you paid them.
Well, I don't think he was watching the broadcast, thank God. Oh, he heard me.
And probably the unbelievable amount was, I'm not going to pay you anything.
That's the most unbelievable thing, yeah.
First pitch called strike. So it's
I'll give him a Gatorade.
No balls, 1 strike to Malone.
I'll give him every bit of cash I have in my right pocket.
They'll fake the throw over as diving back in. Yep, balk on Neighbors. He faked the throw. If you're going to make the move, you got to throw the ball.
If Fowler's coming out, that's got to be it. He's not. He's going to stop there.
He's not coming out. He's basically saying he wants him concentrating on throwing the ball. Let's throw the pitches. You got 2 outs.
2 outs, that's right.
Runner at first base. Let's deal with the batter. Let's quit being cute about the runner. So runner at second base and 2 outs now. Here's the pitch. Down low ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Neighbors has let the leadoff man on all 3 innings. They haven't scored yet on him. Out of the stretch, and he hits in the shoulder Malone.
I think that's going to be it. Nope.
Yeah, I think did Neighbors wave him off?
I'm not sure.
I'm wondering if he did or not. All I know is he's wanting the ball and the focus at home plate. That is the 3rd hit batters for Neighbors now. He's hit Irwin and Malone and Caden Johnson. And here's the DH, Landon Dunham. Now we know he's got power. He blasted a go-ahead home run in the 8th inning on Thursday.
And just looking at Coach Fowler's body language, you can tell how big this decision is going to be.
Misses up. I don't know if he can wave him off again. He's coming out of the dugout again, and now he's walking out. That may be all. Looks like Tristan Howe is going to get the call. So we're going to flip some folks around. Jarvis is going to go get the gear off. Dylan Neighbors is going to go get the catcher's gear on, and looks like we're going to have Tristan Howe coming back to the mound. The Game 1 starter is going to get a chance to take the mound again here in game number 3 with runners at first and second and 2 out. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back in 60 seconds. We'll let Neighbors Neighbors get his gear on. We'll let Howe start getting warmed up, and we'll get you ready for the new pitcher when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in.
Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
Welcome back. Chuck Zach's finishing up with a radio commercial break. Got a good look at Tristan Howe, who's going to try to give the Leopards as many innings as he can with what pitches he has remaining. I believe we're talking 55 or 60. Chuck will tell you more about that in just a second. Game 1 starter on the mound now for the Leopards.
All right, welcome back. Tristan Howe to take the mound. He started game 1, went 2 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs. That day threw 54 pitches, so he still has 56 left. Dylan Neighbors just finished 2 2/3 innings himself. He gave up no runs at the moment, 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 hit batters, and struck out 2. So 9 guys have gotten on against Neighbors in this game. Amazingly, it's still a scoreless ball game, and Tristan Howe can get in out here as he'll face Landon Dunham. It'll stay a scoreless game, and it's almost a shocker to think that.
Absolutely. Using the benefit of hindsight, the Farmersville coach probably at this point yesterday would have made the same decision, and we'd have a very different game 3 today.
Maybe. But Zach Fowler ran out of patience. He's watching guys get on over and over again, and you're rolling the dice every time you're putting runners on base that score may break this thing open. Howe managed to squeeze out of it a couple of times, but just the third time Fowler was really looking for, could he throw a strike here and get settled back in? And when he threw the first pitch to Dunham high and outside, that was all. He had his what you would call an extremely short leash. You have a 1-pitch leash. Throw a strike or you're out. So Howe's about to take the mound. Tristan on the year has been the most dependable of the Leopard pitchers. He comes in with a record overall of 6-0. He didn't take the loss on Thursday because it was a loss in extra innings. 22 walks, 51 strikeouts for the season. Actually make it 24 walks now. He walked 2, didn't strike out anybody on Thursday. So he inherits a 1-0 count to the number 7 hitter, the DH Landon Dunham. Runners at first and without giving up a run. So Howe comes in and does the job despite giving up a base hit. There's in the inning no runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. And we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd when we come back. You're on News Talk 107.1 in Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Liberty-Eylau is struggling to get anybody on. They've had one walk Cam Gamble's gotten on, and that's it. So the Leopards still looking for their first hit. Scoreless game. They have managed to wiggle and wriggle around, having given up any runs in this thing, and are still in it. And we'll start the third inning with Zyvan Banks getting a chance to bat. And the first pitch, a fastball in there for a called strike.
And those of you watching the stream, the computer got a little too hot and lost us for a second there. We had a runner throw it out from center field to end the inning.
And there's pitch that they're going to appeal down to first. First base umpire says no, he didn't go around. So the count's 1-1 to Banks. Swings at this one, gets a piece of it. And Banks in the hole now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Zyvan, not a lot of at-bats at the varsity level this year. He's done most of his work running. He's hitting just 111. 1 hit in 9 at-bats. Here's the 1-2 from Colin Berry. This one swung on, lifted foul, and stays 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Dangerously close to a playing toddler over here behind us.
She had netting all around her. It'd have to be a perfect shot. So it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one freezes Zyvan. He strikes out looking to open up the third. So while the Farmers are getting runners on all over the place, the Leopards still with just 1 base runner. 1 out here in the bottom of the third with Dylan Neighbors coming up. Neighbors, first at bat, and this will be all the way around finally 1 time on Colin Berry, and the first pitch way high and outside for ball number 1. W.T. Jones in the on-deck circle. Leopards trying desperately to get something going offensively. They have made some stellar plays on the field, but with the bat they just can't get going. That pitch up high, and it's 2-0. Berry's thrown 33 pitches to this point in time. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. And it's 2-1. They have not taxed Colin Berry at all yet. Here's the 2-1. That one misses wide, 3-1. Berry walking off the mound a little bit, and for the little bit he's pitched, a little bit either frustrated or he's gotten a little warm all of a sudden. He's got that throwing arm with a long sleeve on. Neighbors steps out again just as Berry's ready to start his windup.
Neighbors getting on here in front of the top of the order would be massive.
3-1 in there for a strike, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. An umpire for a second I thought rung him up. It was only the second strike though. Here's the 3-2. That one low outside. It is ball 4. So Dylan Neighbors gets a 1-out walk. Normally we're running for him here, and let's see if they're going to do it now. Looks like maybe. Yep, here comes the Leopards, and then I think it's Will Tipton that's going to come out and run. And it is. So it's Tipton who will take over at first base, running for Dylan Neighbors while he gears back up again. W.T. Jones, who grounded out to second on the first pitch of the game, now steps back in there. First pitch misses wide. Leopards have not moved anybody past first base today. Trying to do that here in the third. Scoreless game. Swing and a miss. He went off speed as Jones was looking fastball, and Berry kind of grins at him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here we go. Pitch on the way. Tried to bunt it. They may have just gotten a little piece of that. Jones was trying to bunt his way on. The count 1-2 now. All got Brady Gray on the foul tip on the bunt. Apparently he's all right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barry looking at that runner, Tipton at first, looks at him a second time. Now he comes to the plate. Pitch misses low and away, ball 2. A successful inning, even if nothing else, would be to get a runner at second. Get about another 10 or 12 pitches out of the arm of Colin Berry, because right now...
Absolutely. Let's make him sweat a little bit at the least.
He's been breezing. 2-2. Misses wide, ball 3. It gets away from the catcher, and Tipton's going to advance to second, and there you go. You got a runner at second finally. So now Jones has an RBI chance with a 3-2 count. WT, who has been lighting up the box score in this series.
With first base open, I would not expect a cookie here on 3-2.
Here's the pitch to him, fastball. He swung on. It's going to drop in left field. They're going to stop Tipton. They held him up as he gets back to third base, and now the Leopards have runners at the corners.
Swung at a fastball up in the zone, stayed on it, stayed on top of it, drove into left field for a single, and now we've got runners on first and third with only 1 down.
Liberty-Eylau with its first hit of the game. Comes with 1 out in the third. They were being careful. I don't know. I mean, Tipton, pretty good runner. But we saw Cam Gamble throw at a guy at home plate. You don't want to lose one here if you're Liberty-Eylau. You haven't gotten anybody to third yet. So here's Tristan Howe. He grounded out to the pitcher first time up. See if the Leopards are going to try to small ball a run here, if they're going to swing away. They show bunt. Howe bunts it foul.
I think I'd send WT here and try to steal a run. They throw down to second, you just take off running.
All right, well, it's no balls, 1 strike to Howe. Britton pipes in the on-deck circle.
If you're willing to sacrifice here, almost have WT stop midway. Make sure you get that run home.
Well, I don't know if 1 run's going to win you this game. We'll see. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Howe reaching at 1. Ended up with 1 hand on the bat. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes.
I'm with you, Chuck. 1-1 is probably not winning this game, but it changes the dynamic of the opposing defense and the pitcher, I would think.
All right, here you go. 0-2. Howe's got to protect the plate now. Barry takes a long time. Here he comes. Jones off and running. Ground ball. It's going to be right to the second baseman. Run's going to score. They'll get the out at first base, and Liberty-Eilau's on the board. Tristan Howe did what he was needed to do. That's make contact and move the runners, and he did that. Jones goes to second, and Jones getting a lead out early on the at bat. Made sure there was going to be no double play. So the ground ball to Paxton Graves, he has no play but to go to first base to Caden Norman. And Liberty-Eylau somehow with 1 hit has scratched out a run. Jones is still at second base, and Britton Pipes is up now. Big play for Howe. Is going to show just as a ground out in the box score, but tell you what, that was monstrous on 0-2.
Absolutely, and the second baseman broke to cover the bag, so he wasn't able to set his feet and come home to throw that runner out. So sending WT forces home a run there on the ground out.
Catcher and pitcher having a little bit of a discussion now. You wonder again, how much does Colin Berry have in the tank? Talking to Zach Fowler, he kind of thought that they could wear him out if they could just hang around. Berry threw 18 pitches yesterday, so take his number down automatically to 92. He's at 47 right now, so he's got 45 pitches left in him.
Leopards making him work here in the third.
WT at second, pitch to Pipe, swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
That was a change the scoreboard swing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Pipe's trying to deliver the home run you promised yesterday. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to the first baseman, first time up.
I don't know that I specified yesterday, did I?
Yeah, you pretty much did.
Here we go, 1-1 pitch to Pipes.
Keeping shortstop Jordan Fuller behind Jones. That one bounces in there for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Britton.
You can tell by the body language the young man on the mound is feeling it a little bit now. He's lost his release point just a hair here in the third. Let's see if the Leopards can take advantage of this. Maybe he'll leave one of these fastballs middle for Britton.
We'll try to throw over, trying to throw it into center field.
They may give him third here. Let's see.
Unlike the Leopards, who faked doing that play earlier, they actually did throw it into center field, and Jones did not get up in advance. Now, he's kind of saying that the fielder was like
literally laying on me. Yeah,
yeah.
Coach Fowler's asking. It doesn't look like it's going to go his way, but
didn't give me a chance to get up and go.
Had a couple of those last night.
So it's still 2-1. Jones stays at second base. Here's the delivery to Pipes. That one low, ball 3.
And when you're bouncing fastballs, it's usually a pretty good sign that you're at the end of your rope.
I'm going to do this too. The top of the next inning is going to be monstrous for momentum. If Tristan Howe can get out of the fourth and not give up anything after taking the lead, this all of a sudden takes a very, very radically different feel. Leopard's 3-1 pitch, ground ball, fielded by Barry. He's going to only go to first as he lobs it over there, and that will end the inning. But the Leopards managed to get themselves a run. They get 1 run on 1 hit. There's 1 man left on base, and we're going to go to the top of the fourth. Liberty-Eylau 1, Farmersville nothing. Their number 8 and 9 hitters coming to the plate when we return here on News Talk 107.1 and on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, welcome back. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Chuck Zach, Frank Sides along with you. Hayden Johnson leading things off as Tristan Howe goes back to work. Liberty-Eylau with a 1-0 lead. Howe came in the third inning, threw a couple of pitches. Landon Dunham actually got a base hit off of him, but Cam Gamble bailed the Leopards out by throwing out a runner, trying to score from second to end the inning. A pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Johnson, Venegas, and then back to the top of the order. That one's a strike.
If you're just tuning in, the Leopards lead by 1, but if you're watching or following along, it feels like the score should be a little bit more lopsided than it is.
This one hit to left. Back is Gamble, still drifting back. He's got room, and about 3 steps in front of the warning track makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Gave it a ride, but the park's big enough to hold it.
What I mean by that is I suspect Farmersville has had 7, 8, 9 base runners so far and haven't been able to scratch a run across.
Well, they've left 7 on through the first 3 innings.
Wow.
They've had 1 picked off at second. They've had 1 thrown out at going to second, and they've had 1 thrown out at home. So they made 3 outs on the bases, in addition to having 7 runners left on the bases.
On the flip side of that, I believe the Leopards have 1 hit on the docket.
They do. And they
lead
on
1-0.
Yeah, weird game. First pitch misses, second one a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Venegas looks at that one down low, 2-1.
But game 3s typically do get kind of weird. You're asking pitchers to pitch in back-to-back nights. You're going deep into the bag of tricks to try to win or go home game.
Venegas singled his first time up. That one inside corner has backed him away, and it's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Hayden Norman, the on-deck hitter. Ooh, just misses low and away, and it's 3-2 now. Now has not really yet locked in on the zone. 1 out, top of the fourth. It's been a long game so far, and that one came in and got him. So the Leopards hit another batter. That's 4 hit batters by Leopard pitchers today.
And that particular hit batter was the 9-hole hitter in front of the top of the order, unfortunately.
We've hit the 4, 6, 8, and 9 hitters. Dylan Neighbors hit the first 3 of those. Tristan Howell with 1 out here in the 4th hits the number 9 guy.
I don't know if there's a pattern. What number's next?
I don't know. I know this, that when he walked the number 9 guy on Thursday, cost him a run. Pitching there for a call strike. Norman singled and grounded out to second. This is definitely a guy you need to go after. He is the heart of this Farmersville offense. It almost got him hit. In fact, it did. Got him on the foot on a pitch inside, and we've hit back-to-back batters here in the 4th inning. Well, to answer your question, the pattern is the number 1 hole guy is going to get hit next.
Give me those numbers again, Chuck.
Well, they were 4, 6, 8, 9, and now add 1. 5 hit batters. Zach Fowler's coming out. He wants his infield. Boy, I tell you what. Having this conversation about runners left on base, and here they are with 2 on again here in the 4th inning.
With 2 and 3 slated to hit in the order.
It has been a stressful game from the fandom perspective of being a Leopard fan when they're on defense.
And I feel like yesterday felt the exact same way for Farmersville.
Yep.
Just Leopards on the bases all game long.
Yeah, but they scored. Farmersville's at the moment haven't gotten around. So they got runners at first and second.
Absolutely, and the Leopards have played with fire enough today. Let's hope that at some point they don't end up getting burned here.
It's the first time this game the leadoff guy didn't get on, and then the next 2 do instead. So they've had at least 2 runners on in every inning. And here's Brady Gray. He's walked and flown out to center. And he hits this one into right. That's going to get down. And they're going to wave around 1 run, and we're going to be tied up. They're going to wave around the 2nd run, and Farmersville just took a 2-1 lead. Triple by Brady Gray. Now, you mentioned playing with fire. You can't do it over and over again, and they did it here in the 4th. Gray with a 2-run triple. As Norman scored from first, Venegas scored from second. And I said when we were in the bottom of the 3rd, the top of the 4th inning is going to matter a great deal. If the Leopards got out of this half inning after getting the run, it feels like it could crush the Farmers. Instead, Farmersville responds with their own 2 runs. And Britton Pipes almost caught him a little foul ball that Colin Berry lifted toward the 3rd base dugout. No balls, 1 strike. Berry is grounded out and walked, and then was thrown out at 2nd base. Here's the pitch. That one down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, we gave Farmersville new life here in the 4th. Tristan Howell got the first guy out, hit the next 2 batters, and then gave up a triple. It's free passes. We know watching baseball, that'll kill you. Walks and hit batters, and that's what Howell's got going here in the 4th. 2 runs across, runner at 3rd. He's way high with that pitch, and it's 2-1.
And we're not out of the woods yet.
Nope.
3-hole hitter up, runner on 3rd with less than 2 outs. Gonna have to make a good pitch here.
Howell needs a strikeout or a fly out. Instead, he gets a foul ball into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mason Irwin's on deck. By the way, that triple was the 6th hit off Leopard pitching. So 6 hits, 2 walks, 5 hit batters. Uncharacteristic. Breaking ball, got him. No, yeah, sure did. Got him looking. Long delay. Colin Berry goes down on strikes for the 2nd out. He tosses his bat coming back toward the dugout. So here's Irwin. Mason has been hit by a pitch and grounded out to 3rd. Now trying to keep this a 1-run game. Fastball, ground ball, it's towards 2nd. Moore's got it. Throw over to Jarvis. They get out of it. But the Farmers get on the board with 2 runs in the 4th, courtesy of 1 hit. There were no errors and a man left on. They have left on 8 through 4 innings, and they have a 2-1 lead as Liberty-Eylau will come to the bat. When we come back, here on Newstalk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We believe in banking made easy.
To make life easier for you.
Alrighty, we're back for the bottom of the 4th. Farmersville takes a 2-1 lead. This one again presented to you by Chicken Express. I want to thank those guys for helping us bring this to you. And MK Clark Hauling in Texarkana, Arkansas, and Ultra Storage. Visit www.ultraministorage.com. Chuck should be back with us here shortly.
I'm hoping I'm back. We lost the signal again back at the station, so we'll see if we're still hot or we may not be. Either way, we'll go on to the
I was about to say, I know one mic you are hot in.
bottom of the 4th inning. Lost my sound. Bottom of the 4th.
Got a new pitcher on the mound.
Farmersville with the lead, and Colin Berry's day has come to an end on the mound after getting them through 3 innings worth of work. And he had only given up the 1 hit and 2 walks, but day over for him. So they go to Braden Malone, who had been the left fielder. He's coming to the mound. Malone we actually saw, no we did not. We did not see Malone on the mound in the first 2 games.
Looks like he's bringing a little less velocity and a nice little loopy curveball from the warm-up. So let's see if that plays into the Leopards' hands here.
All right, first pitch on the way. That one's down low to Eli Jarvis. And second pitch low as well. 2 balls and no strikes to Jarvis. Leading off the 4th, 2-1 Farmersville with the leads. Eli Jarvis, Cam Gamble, and Maddox Moore. That pitch misses as well. 3 balls and no strikes.
Jarvis ahead 3-0 here with the take sign on almost certainly. He takes it low for ball 4.
He does. So I'll walk the lead off the game. New pitcher, Braylon Malone out there. Colin Berry's day, 3 innings. He gave up 1 run, just 1 hit, and 1 walk. And we're going to have a conversation at the mound.
After 1 batter, he saw something he did not like. I think I know exactly how this conversation's going, as we all do. Got to throw strikes here today. Sun's finally out.
Yeah,
in
and the
full
sun's
force.
Yeah, it's causing all kinds of havoc with the phone today. We're having issues.
We missed an entire the out at home we missed because our computer overheated, and we're on concrete over here, so it's infinitely worse. Either way, we're back at it. We're bringing Cam Gamble.
Gamble on the day walked in his 1 at bat. Boy, first pitch a breaking ball, and it's a slow one by Malone. It's in there for a strike.
Almost looks like a soft pitch softball pitch, doesn't it? Obviously breaks differently. Tough to take a rip at that when you haven't seen it yet.
And throw over to first base, and diving back in is Eli Jarvis. So runner on base, first base, nobody out. Cam Gamble batting here in inning number 4. Goes off speed again. That one stayed a little bit up. And the count's 2 balls and no strikes. Well, I say they actually got 1-1 up on the zone. That's right. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cam Gamble. Leopards batting, trailing 2-1. He waits on one, lifts it to center, and coming on to center fielder. He'll grab that. Venegas does face high for the out. Well, Malone's definitely a change of pace. If you were getting used to the speed of Colin Berry, Braden Malone is just going to throw it slow and barely get it up there. So 1 out. Here's Maddox Moore. Moore fouled out to the pitcher his first time up. And again, off speed. This one high, ball 1.
I think he started this inning off after the walk. The next 2 batters with 4 consecutive curveballs.
It's all slow stuff so far.
That had some velocity.
Faster. Moore hits this one to center. It's going to get down. Eli Jarvis better hurry, and he does. Barely gets to second base. He had to hold up and wait to see if that was going to get down or not, and he got a break because Venegas had to fight off the baseball. He went charging after it, pulled up last second, and
here come the Leopards.
Wasn't able to get it cleanly, and that let Jarvis go down to second base after Moore's hit. Just the second hit for the Leopards. And it's Colin Evans now. And they're trying to get some numbers on Malone. Malone 1-2 in 14 innings worth of work. He pitched 6 games, gave up 21 hits, just 2 walks and 12 strikeouts. That one's fouled off, and it's 0-1 to Evans. His earned run average 3.41. He doesn't walk people, but apparently 21 hits in 14 innings means you can hit him. So runners at first and second for the Leopards. Bottom of the 4th, they trailed 2-1 after giving up 2 in the top of the 4th on a triple. Off speed, this one's lifted again, getting down. Yep, base hit. Venegas can't get the ball. They'll wave around Jarvis. He's going to score. We're tied at 2. Colin Evans comes through. That slow pitching, the Leopard batters are doing a really nice job waiting on it, and that ain't easy when you're used to 86, 87 miles an hour, and now that's coming in at 60, 70 something. Waiting that beat and making contact. Back-to-back hits by Maddox Moore and Colin Evans in the 6 and 7 spots, and now here's Ivan Banks.
And we were going to hold at third. The center fielder fumbled that a little bit, and I believe that's Coach Jones at third base. Went ahead and sent him. We're tied up.
So 2-2 game 1 out. Here's Ivan. Banks struck out looking, and he tries to show bunt and can't make contact. Strike 1.
With his speed and the third baseman being forced to play back here, if he gets this down, we got a bases loaded, 1 out.
Trying to get back around to the top of the order to W.T. Jones.
You just got to get it far enough towards third base that the pitcher can't make a play on it, and you're on base.
Getting a little breeze starting to pick up now as it's blowing in from right.
I hope that's not you're not complaining about that.
No.
Good Lord, Chuck.
Happiness.
Yes, let's lock this in.
Happy, joy. 2-2 game. Leopards with a go-ahead run at second.
Our computer's loving it, too.
Here's the pitch. Off speed, bunt by Banks,
what
and it will go foul.
Wow.
So Brady Gray made a bad play on game 1 when he went after a bunt that Maddox Moore hit. He went charging out after that one, and tell you what, you almost want to back up a little bit and let the ball play itself out. He almost touched that fair ball again as it was moving into foul territory, and that would have been a disaster for Farmersville.
We're talking just inches away from a perfect bunt.
Instead, it's 0-2 now on Zivan. I don't know that I don't bunt again. Instead, he lets him swing away, and he pops it up in the infield.
So the infield fly rule has been called.
And that's the second out. Second baseman comes charging in to get it. And it's going to be up to Dylan Neighbors. Neighbors, 1 at bat, walked. His spot ultimately came in and scored for Will Tipton. All right, we'll try it again. Farmersville trying to get out of their own little jam. First pitch down low, ball 1.
We know who's lurking on deck, so this is a very, very important batter to attack here if you're Farmersville.
You know, if I'm the Leopards, I'm win-win either way. If Neighbors gets on, great. If not, Jones leads off the next inning. Pitch high on the breaking ball, 2-0.
I think I got a straight take on here for Neighbors, knowing that WT is going to have that little looper and curveball breaking in towards him here.
They had been playing the Leopard batters, the right-handers, to be able to go the other way only against Barry with the slow pitching of Malone. They've gone back around in left field, expects pull. 2-1 the count as that one falls in for a strike. Braden Malone in relief of Colin Berry. Ground ball. Third baseman can't get it. It goes through the hole. They're going to wave around, and he better get going. Maddox Moore having to hustle in, and he's out at the plate. He was slow coming around third, and they got him thrown out at home plate. He just did not have great speed going around third base, and he gets thrown out, and that's how the inning's going to end. So Neighbors singles, but the left fielder throws out. Moore trying to score, and we got a 2-2 game as we come back for the top of the fifth here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Dylan Neighbors, and then trying to score from second base, Maddox Moore got thrown out at home. So we're tied at 2. Now here's where you're going to go. Should we have sent the runner? You got WT on deck. You would have had the bases loaded with 2 outs.
Not to mention you've got a soft tossing righty on the mound, struggling with command, looping curveballs in back to back to back. We shall see. But that would have been a perfect spot for WT.
And Moore just, I don't know if he didn't get a good jump or he certainly wasn't fast coming around third base. I was eyeballing him the whole way coming around the bag, and he just did not have a great push coming off third base. So we're back around into the 5th inning. It'll be the middle part of the order for Farmersville. Jordan Fuller, Braden Malone, and Landon Dunham. Tristan Howe, who came in relief of Dylan Neighbors in the 3rd inning, goes back to work. So far, he got about 20 pitches out of the arm of Howe. Ground ball on the first pitch. Pipes has it. Going to his left and makes the throw. Jarvis barely kept the foot down. The Farmersville coaches were trying to make the argument that Jarvis's foot came off the bag from Pipe's throw, but they were right on top of that, and Fuller's thrown out. He's 1 for 3 today. Head coach is not a happy man. He's walking across to talk to the first base umpire about that ruling.
Ideal start to the top of the 5th if you're a Leopard fan. 1 pitch out.
Yeah.
And if you're Tristan Howe?
Yeah.
Your job is to pound the strike zone here until we get to the top of the order.
Now, that's 1. 2 is he would have something to the tune of about 55 pitches left. And you want to be, 35 pitches left.
We're home, yeah.
You got to be careful about how many you're going to use. And now the umpiring crew's all going to come together and ask for a little bit of a second opinion.
I have my camera ready to see Coach Fowler explode here.
Yeah, well, all 4 coming in to talk about this. First base umpire saying, I had it and it was an out. The other 2 are...
he's 5 feet away from it.
Well, and he's going to ask, did somebody see anything different? That's the conversation. Did you see something different than what I said? And no, they did not. So the first out of the inning recorded to Jordan Fuller. And now it's Braden Malone. Malone struck out, was hit by a pitch. Malone is the current Farmersville pitcher. Howe goes at him first pitch. Yeah, they're going to say didn't count. He had timeout beforehand. So you don't get to count that one on the total. Try it again. Howe ready. High for ball 1. And Dunham is the on-deck hitter. He's 2 for 2 today. That one low, ball 2. So far tonight, this afternoon, Farmers have left 8 runners on base through the first 4 innings. That one fouled off the end of the bat as it with a lot of spin. Picked up by Dunham, who will send it back to the umpire. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Looked like a Tony Kirk 60-degree sand wedge there.
Yeah. Oh, and that one got him. We hit another batter. Howe hits another one. That is 6 hit batters now, twice in the 4-hole. So if you had the 4 times 2, you would, or actually the 6-hole hitter times 2, you would have won something. So we've hit 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 6 again.
We're going for a full bingo card tonight.
That's 4 hit batters for Howe since he's come in.
What do they call that in bingo when you've got to get all of them? Blackout?
I don't know. I don't play enough bingo to know that.
I don't either, just at family gatherings.
Okay.
I'm usually looking at my phone at a sporting event. They're doing something over there.
All right, so in will step Dunning with 1 out. Dunham is singled in the 2nd inning and got picked off second base, and then singled in the 3rd inning. But his single resulted in Jordan Fuller getting thrown out, and he's going to lift another one, and that's a hit into right field. They'll wave around the runner from 1st to 3rd and hold him there. And Dunham is now 3 for 3 today from his DH spot, and the Farmers have the go-ahead run at 3rd.
I was just about to say, we were very well aware of the damage that young man can do from the left side of the plate.
Well, we'll start this conversation, and not to belabor it, you can't hit batters. It's like walking. You cannot hit this many batters and expect they're not going to come back and bite you. 6 hit batters today. I was at a game earlier this year for the Leopards, and I think the opponents hit 8 that day. I can't remember if it was North Lamar pitchers, but one team hit 8 Leopard batters one evening, and it was like this, only the Leopards were getting runs across.
I was about to say, got a hunch they scored more than 2 runs.
They did. Here's Caden Johnson. Now, Johnson's been hit by a pitch, and his spot, I think we may have a runner coming in someplace. It looks like maybe over at
for the DH,
first for the DH. So we'll get a new runner over at first base. Leopard pitchers have just not had their best stuff today. Started with Dylan Neighbors. He gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, and 3 hit batters, and now in relief, Tristan Howe has hit 3 batters as well. And we got a long discussion about the substitution on base. Fowler's gotten his information from the home plate umpire, and we'll try this again. Caden Johnson's been hit by a pitch, and he has flown out to left.
These last 2 nights, games 2 and 3, just have been odd games. Yeah. There's no way to describe it other than saying that. It's just.
Well, game 1 too. Leopards left 13 on in game 1. Only scored 4 runs. Now we're going to have another conversation. I'm not sure what the issues are now. Maybe the substitution issue about can you put in somebody where. It's the DH's spot. So that typically means you burned the DH if that's what you're going to do, is pull him out of there. That's what the Leopards did earlier and brought Zyvan Banks in.
If I'm Tristan Howell, I'm asking the umpire, can I get a warm-up or 2 here? This has been 15 minutes.
He doesn't have to get a warm-up to home plate. He could be soft tossing back and forth with Pipes over at 3rd or Jones at short. Keep his arm loose. All right, so the umps
turn our crowd mic up, see if we can pick it up. We cannot.
All right. Well.
Just the cowbells.
See where this is going, because they're still having a long talk about, and now how Smartly starts throwing a couple of tosses toward the catcher. You're going to make me stand here. I'm going to keep throwing.
They're going to send the first base runner back to first base.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted to burn the DH. You can courtesy run.
Yes.
Yeah, you can courtesy run for the catcher. You can courtesy run for the pitcher.
But that would be a pinch run.
Yeah, that would have been the end of Landon Dunham. You could not have subbed him back in.
I don't know who caught that, but I wish they wouldn't have at this point.
Yeah, right.
Young man smoking the ball today.
All right, so we're done with all of the I dotting and T crossing, and we'll get Caden Johnson back up there now. pitch. First one, breaking ball, called strike. Went with the curve to start things.
Good pitch.
The Walls 1 strike. Tense again, 2-2 game. Farmersville with a runner at third, another one at first. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball. Good job by Neighbors to block that one. Nobody can advance. And the count's even 1-1. Jahir Venegas is the on-deck hitter. He's the number 9 guy. You need this inning to be over before Norman comes back up. And he steps off spinning toward first, but doesn't throw.
See if we can't elevate a fastball and get something popped up here.
I'll take a double play grounder. It's fouled and the count 1-2 now. You didn't get Dunham out of the game, so you've got the slow runner at first and a guy coming out of the right side box, the third baseman. You've got a tailor-made pair for a double play. Just got to get him to hit it on the ground. And there have not been many balls hit on the ground. They've only made 4 or 5 ground outs today. There's a strikeout looking. And that's even better because it gets you the second out, and now Venegas will come up.
Caught myself there, Chuck. I was about to yell, yeah, like a fan.
That's all right.
Keep forgetting this is a different broadcast than what I'm used to back home. Yeah.
No, you're fanboying. That's fine.
Me and Keaton scream and yell and holler.
Yeah. All right, here's Venegas. He is singled and been hit by a pitch. Breaking ball, strike 1.
I was told I called you Keaton a few times yesterday.
Probably did. That's not unusual.
I don't see the distinction. You guys look very similar, yeah.
0-1, hard hit ball. Pipes, gobbles it up, throws to second. That retires aside. No runs come across. The Leopards dodged more bullets. No runs. There was a hit. 2 men left on base. That's 10 left on for the Farmers through 5 innings. Jones, Howe, Pipes coming to the plate when we start the bottom of the 5th here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana.
Alrighty, welcome back to this one. Quick rundown of our game sponsors. Chicken Express, several locations in Texarkana, MK Clark Hauling, and Ultra Storage, www.ultraministorage.com. Headed to the bottom of the 5th, Leopards tied with Farmersville 2-2 here in the deciding Game 3 of the Area Round Playoff Series. Chuck Zach is back with us.
Welcome back, bottom of the 5th. 2-2 ball game. It has been a strange game. Leopards with a run in the 3rd and a run in the 4th. Farmersville picked up 2 in their half of the 4th, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. W.T. Jones, Tristan Howe, and Britton Pipes to face Braden Malone, second pitcher of the day for the Farmers. Colin Berry started, went 3 innings, gave up 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 walk. First pitch to Jones, misses inside, ball 1. Jones ground out in a single, and his single led to the first run. Two balls and no strikes as they miss again. And Malone goes with his big curveball. That one falls in there for a strike. Leopard hitters can tee off on that if you can time that. 2-1. Goes with it again. Oh, Jones lifts one to center, but it's playable. Venegas back there will make the grab, and there's out number 1. And that's the problem being a hitter against that kind of pitcher. He's not giving you much velocity in to be able to send out in the other direction. You've got to generate it yourself. And this is a pretty good park for holding home run balls. So 1 out. Here's Tristan Howe up now. Here's inside and almost got him for ball 1. Howe 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts in the infield. Another breaking ball. That one in there, belt high for a called strike. It's the right combination. You start with the fastballer, you go to the slow baller. And that one's in there for strike 2. 1 and 2. It'll just mess with your head. Kind of like game 1 against Tyler Chapel Hill. They had a really slow arm that day, and the Leopards had trouble. This one, he grounds one that was up high. Fuller grabs it, makes the throw, and Howe's retired for the second out. You feel like you're forcing it, trying to hit that slow pitch. And sometimes it's the guys at the bottom of the order that have more success or better success against this kind of pitcher. The guys at the top are a little bit too ginned up. They're ready to hit fastballs, and they struggle to dial back down. They're at the top because they're usually the better hitters. The guys down lower aren't necessarily with as good a bat speed, and for them, the slow pitcher is, big eyes, here we go. So here's Pipes up now. First pitch, a ball. That one a strike. 1 and 1. Britton 0 for 2.
And you're right. If you ask Britton Pipes if he'd rather have a middle 85 fastball or a middle 65 curveball, he's picking the fastball every time.
Yeah. Pitch down low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Britton Pipes. Top of the order combined right now are 1 for 8. That's ball 3 as it came in and got him.
In the face, is he okay?
I think it got him on his hand.
Oh, they're going to say it hit the bat.
Yeah, well, let's see. Yep, he's had the hand on the bat. He doesn't get to move down the base from that. It's part of the bat, and that'll make it a strike. He's looking at where it hit him.
Coach Fowler's like, take your glove off.
Yeah. Well, the glove's not going to help him any. If it hits him up on the wrist, he's got a chance. But up on the hand, and the hand's wrapped around the bat, and that's a strike. So it's 2 and 2 to Pipes, who has to pay for that one and doesn't even get anything out of it. Here's the 2-2 slow pitch. Turns on it and just lifts one to center. Venegas back. He's got it. And that's the inning. 1-2-3 inning in the 5th. We're still tied at 2. We'll come back for the top of the 6th inning here on News Talk 107.1, Texarkana Game Day.
Back for the top of the 6th. And Howe still on the mound for your Leopards. Chuck Zach on his way back from commercial here shortly.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. We're tied at 2. This is Game 3 area round playoffs in Region 2 Class 4A. Winner advances to round 3. They'll see either the North Lamar Panthers or we're going to get the potential other team, Nevada Community.
And for the Game Day crowd, if you have not shared this feed, now's the time to do so. This is about to be really, really tense, exciting playoff baseball. So let everybody know where they can watch Leopards baseball here live on Texarkana Game Day.
All right. Here we
Great
go.
Chuck Zach.
Whatever. Top of the 6th inning, top of the order for the Farmers. Caden Norman, who's 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, scored a run. Singled in the first pitch. Starts him off with a ball a little outside.
And this feels like a very important batter, Chuck.
Justin Howe is working here in the 6th. He's got the ability to throw 6 pitches. He's at 34 right now. And he bunts back to the mound. Howe's got it, throw to Jarvis at first. Strange decision there, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. Feels like they gave us a free one there.
It's the worst place you're going to bunt it if you're the Farmers, right back to the guy who plays shortstop, second base, and is on the mound. So Howe cleanly fields that, retires Caden Norman. Here's Brady Gray, his big hit, the triple, and he first pitch swings and fouls one first base side. It was dumped into right field and scored Norman and Venegas to give the Farmers their 2 runs. By the way, leadoff man finally not on again for the Farmers. It's 3 innings in a row. After the first 3, we got 2 in a row getting on. The last 3, we managed to get the first guy out. That pitch misses wide, 2-1.
And I've got to give the umpires some credit. We've talked about inconsistency of the strike zone, but we're not talking in game. It's been the same for both teams, just 3 different strike zones for 3 different games.
And you get there. Ground ball towards second. Jarvis left, he dove for it. Moore's there, and will throw to Howe, who covers the bag for the second out. Well done by Maddox and Tristan. Jarvis took a dive at it, but Howe was quickly recognizing, I got to cover up first base for my guy, and he did it, and they pull it off. So 2 outs here in the 6th, and the number 3 hitter, Colin Berry, up.
It's bad luck for Farmersville that the Game 1 and Game 2 starters for Liberty-Eylau are the best middle infielders on the team.
Yeah.
Hit anywhere but there.
Berry's 0 for 2 with a walk. He struck out looking last time against Tristan Howe. This one lifted as it slices into left field and into foul territory, banging off the chain link fence down the line for strike 1. Berry was a starting pitcher, pitched a whale of a 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk. Struck out just a couple though. All right, so the count 0-1. As Tristan Howe goes back to it, fastball, misses wide. It's a ball and a strike. 41st pitch from Howe, who's still got 15 left. This is wide, ball 2. Coming back for a 7th, if you're the Leopards, you got to think about who are we throwing in that inning. And maybe Cam Gamble. Fastball, that one a strike, outside corner. Berry doesn't like it, and the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tristan Howe. Big exhale. He's ready. Miss low, 3-2. Leopards pitchers have not had a 1-2-3 inning in this game.
Until now.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4.
Just missed the zone low. Early call there by Frank Sides. Didn't go our way.
So with 2 outs, we walked the number 3 hitter. And here's Mason Irwin, 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch and grounded out twice.
Again, not a horrible thing that you didn't just throw get me over fastball there on 3-2. Got a kid at the plate very capable of changing the scoreboard with 1 swing. So Tristan Howe's going to try his luck with the next hitter, number 14.
That's Mason Irwin. Irwin having a little conversation with his coach about what we're doing here. All right, 2 away. 2-2 game. Top of the 6th inning.
Fairly simple conversation, I presume. We are hitting something hard somewhere, if we can.
Well, we'll see if they're going to try to move this runner to second. There's a certain pitch they may take off to try to send the runner. It won't be this one. First pitch, misses, low, ball 1. Now wants the ball back in a hurry. He's tired of standing there, I think. Leopard pitchers are typically pretty quick coming to the plate. Runner not going here. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. Leopard infield, back at normal depth, outfield straight away. Fastball grounded foul this side on the first base side for strike 2. Now trying to get through the 6th, give the Leopards a chance to come back. With a 2-2 game, they'll throw over to first, but it's a lob throw over there. Quick move, but not a quick throw. House set now. Pitch out of the stretch, hit hard into right field. It's going to get down for a hit, but the runners are holed up. So back-to-back base runners here in the 6th, and the go-ahead run for the Farmers moves into scoring position. And now it's Jordan Fuller. Fuller with a strikeout, a single, and a ground out. He's the guy that was thrown out at home plate trying to score on Dunham's single back in the third. Yep, why not? 2 more runners on. It wouldn't be a Leopard inning if there wasn't 2 opposing runners on. 49 pitches now thrown so far by Tristan Howe, and this may be his last guy. First pitch called strike. Fastball inside corner. No balls, 1 strike. This is the number 5 hitter in the Farmers lineup. Foul this one back, and it's 0-2. If Howe can keep a couple pitches in the arsenal, he can come out for the 7th and at least face a batter. Here's the 0-2. Went off speed. This one's gonna hook foul. Almost fair ball down that left field line, but Fuller was a little bit out in front of it and pulled it foul.
Absolutely, and another thing at play here. If you can retire this batter, find a way to score in the bottom half, you've got 6, 7, 8 coming up in the 7th. Farmersville, big hitter here. Pitch count wise, it's got to happen on this pitch, doesn't it, Chuck?
Now remember, Dunham's got 3 hits in that 7th spot. Fastball misses, ball 1.
Absolutely. So we don't want him up with the bases loaded.
God, no. No.
This is going to be it. He's reached 54. Does he have 56?
Yeah, I think he's got 56.
Never mind, man.
I think that's what his number is. Here's the 1-2, misses 2-2. Let me go back and look at game 1. He threw 54 in game 1. So he's
at 108.
Yep, he's got 2 pitches left, or as long as this at-bat would take.
So if he retires him on this pitch, he potentially could face the first batter the next inning.
Yes.
If he does not get him here, this is it for Howe.
Yep. Fastball inside, which means that's going to be all for Howe. He'll face this batter, and that's it. Next pitch would be his limit. Counts 3-2 now.
Unless we pull a pickoff move here. Wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It was 0-2. Howe steps off. Come back and try it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes a pitch. Fastball missed low, ball 4. And that's all for Tristan Howe. And the bases are going to be loaded for whoever's going to come in and inherit the mound. It's Cam Gamble's jogging in from left field. So we'll make some adjustments. Howe's going to move back to the infield. Gamble's coming in from left field to pitch, and we'll take a timeout. We'll get all the changes made and get back here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Liberty-Eylau Baseball here on News Talk 107.1 and on Texarkana Game Day.
This one presented by Chicken Express. Multiple locations in town in Texarkana and M.K. Clark Hauling. Texarkana, Arkansas, 870-621-0652 and Ultra Storage. Visit ultraministorage.com or give them a call at 430-455-4151. Again, you are watching round 2, game 3, Liberty-Eylau versus Farmersville, live on Texarkana Game Day.
Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in.
Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
Leopards, third pitcher of the afternoon. It's Dylan Neighbors who started, went 2 2/3 innings, didn't give up any runs, but he was all over the place. 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 hit batters. Tristan Howe, 3 innings pitched. He hasn't given up but 2 runs so far, but he is responsible for all 3 guys on base. He walked 2 both in this innings. He had 3 batters, struck out 2, and gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. So very similar line to Dylan Neighbors. And here's Cam Gamble. Now Gamble threw 70 pitches in game 1. He's got 40 to be able to use this afternoon. He's got bases loaded, and the number 6 hitter Braden Malone up. Malone struck out and was hit by pitches in both the 3rd and the 5th innings. That's been his best offensive contribution, getting hit by pitches. So here we go, Gamble in from left. Zyvan Banks, by the way, went to left. First pitch, a check swing foul for strike 1. Gamble on Thursday threw 4 2/3 innings, gave up 5 runs, 5 hits. 4 of those runs were earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and of course he gave up the 2-run home run to the next batter, Dunham. That one's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Gamble trying to work his way out of a bases-loaded inherited jam. Top of the 6th, 2-2 ball game. Game 3 of the area round of the playoffs. The 0-2 misses low, ball 1. By the way, this inning loaded up. It started with Norman and Gray both grounding out, and then single walk from Howe to load him up. Here's the pitch. Fastball, slap towards second. Glove by Maddox Moore, throws to Jones. They get out of it. And 3 more runners left on for the Farmers. They get no runs. There was 1 hit. They have now left on 13 runners through the first 6 innings. Sound familiar? We're still tied at 2. We'll come back bottom of the 6th. Jarvis, Gamble, and Moore to bat for Liberty-Eylau here on News Talk 107.1 and on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant High School. Headed to the bottom of the 6th of the deciding Game 3 in the area round playoff series between your Liberty-Eylau Leopards and the Farmersville Farmers. We're all tied up at 2, waiting on Chuck Zach to get back from commercial to tell you about this young man on the mound. Never mind, it's the same kid that was on the mound when the last inning ended.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th, Chuck Zach, Frank Sides along with you as Liberty-Eylau will send the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate facing Braden Malone. 2-2 game. Leopards with 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. Farmers with 2 in the 4th. We're playing in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the first pitch from Malone. One of those off-speed pitches that Jarvis looks at for strike 1. Eli has struck out looking, walked, and scored the 2nd run of the game for Liberty-Eylau. That one, a fastball misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cam Gamble threw 4 pitches, by the way, in that last half inning. This one swung on. It's slicing away from the left fielder. It's getting down and takes a big hop into foul territory. Jarvis is going to stop at second base with a leadoff double. And there you go. We finally start the inning with a leadoff man on for just the 2nd time today. The Leopards finally got the leadoff guy on. So Jarvis is the go-ahead run. He's standing at second. Cam Gamble is coming to the plate. Cam has walked and flown out to center.
Your 5-hole hitter, I think in this particular spot, you got to get that runner over no matter what. So I think we try a bunt here first.
And we do. Show it. And he bunts it. Left side. Perfect.
Uh-oh.
Runner's going to get to first, and Gamble's going to beat out the throw. Runners are on the corner safe. What a bunt by Cam Gamble as Jarvis goes over to third, and there's nobody out. And he put down a beautiful bunt. We've struggled sometimes putting bunts down, and I'm going to go back to game one. Cam was asked to bunt in game one in the 6th inning and bunted it right back to the pitcher, and it cost us to have Britton Pipes thrown out at home plate. This time he puts down a gorgeous bunt down the third base line, and now runners are at the corners, and the coaching staff, or the coach anyway, is coming out to see his infield. And I don't know if he's going to take the ball from Braden Malone or not, but he's got runners at the corners, and this really should be a conversation about where are we going with this. And you would expect in this game, you would see infield playing all the way in. And it looks like we're getting some change of glove, which means we may have a new pitcher. We're going to wait it out here because they're changing some equipment, but you would think in this kind of game the infield's got to play in. Yep, Malone's handing off the ball. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll take a break. We're going to come right back. New guy coming to the mound is a shortstop, Jordan Fuller, back in 60 seconds as he starts warming up. Here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We believe in banking made easy.
To make life easier for you.
Welcome back. Should have Chuck Zach here shortly. And I mean very shortly.
All right, welcome back. Well, Jordan Fuller is going to take the mound. Fuller pitched a couple innings in game one, and you're wondering about pitches. He only threw 30 in that game, so it's not even an issue as we're playing in the 6th inning. You have a full 80 pitches to be able to throw, unless this thing happens to go extra innings. And apparently the folks up in the stands are letting us know North Lamar won their game against Nevada Community. They win that series 2-1, and that means the winner of this one will see the Panthers in round 3.
And this young man on the mound, despite his stature, has shockingly good stuff. The fastball is going to come in with a little more pop than you would think.
So Fuller's going to move over to the mound. I believe they move Malone to second base and flip their second baseman Graves over to short, and indeed the infield is in. So all of them playing in onto the green part of the turf, and we're going to have another quick discussion now that we've seen the pitcher. Zach Fowler wants to talk to his batter. That's Maddox Moore. Moore has fouled out to the pitcher and singled in the 4th. He got thrown out trying to score from second base on Dylan Neighbors' base hit to end that inning. So now it's up to Moore. So we'll ask the question. Bunting here, the infield's all in. That makes it really hard swinging away. If you can get anything hard hit, you're going to get it through this drawn-in infield. Only guy back is the shortstop. First pitch, swung on. It's lifted shallow center. Venegas camping under it will make the catch. We won't even tag up the runner, and there's out number 1. So one pitch, and the one thing you didn't want, a ball hit in the air. At least not if it wasn't going to be deep enough. So one pitch, 1 out. Moore's out for the inning, and here's Colin Evans. Evans with a fly out in a single.
Big time out there if you're Farmersville.
Now they back the infield back to double play depth. And I don't know if I'm not going to ask Colin Evans to bunt here. Now remember, you got the shortstop who's moved to the mound, so their best fielder is on the mound. First pitch, Evans swings on it, grounds it towards second. They'll flip for 1. The relay in time. They get out of the inning. Well, it was their turn, and they turned a 4-6-3 double play to end the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on. We're going to go to the 7th. We're still tied up at 2. Cam Gamble to retake the mound when we come back here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. Tough way to end the bottom of the 6th for your Leopards. But Cam Gamble comes back out to start his 2nd inning of work. Or to start his 1st inning, he relieved to end the last inning. And Chuck Zach's back with you now.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 7th, bottom of the order for the Farmersville Farmers. Dunham, Johnson, Venegas to face Cam Gamble. Dunham, who hit a 2-run homer off Cam on Thursday, will lead off this inning. First pitch from Gamble, swung on, a strike. Thought he fouled it, but he just missed it.
And as far as the way that inning ended, it's just bad luck. There's really nowhere else on the diamond that you could hit a ball that results in a double play with that speed at the plate. Just bad luck.
There's the pitch. That one misses wide, 1-1. Well, it's 2 bad lucks. One, Maddox hit one shallow center. If it's deep enough, you can tag the runner and take a shot at it, but shallow center, you can't. And then the second one is Evans hits it right to the second baseman, doesn't have to move. This one swung on and fouled, and it's 1-2 now.
Yeah, he took a good swing at a good pitch, barreled it up. It's just the one place you couldn't hit it, and it's out of his control there. Either way, it happens, so here we go.
I don't know. You know, we talked about bunting with Evans. It's really risky. You want to run a suicide squeeze and just send the runner hoping your guy can make contact. Swing and a miss. And Dunham's finally out today. First time he's out after a 3-for-3 afternoon. He strikes out to lead off the 7th.
And was Cam, is that who gave up the home run to him?
Yeah.
Game 1?
Yeah.
Big out there for several reasons.
So number 8 hitter Caden Johnson, 0-for-2, hit by a pitch, flew out to left, and struck out looking. Gamble wide with the first pitch for ball 1.
And it feels like you absolutely have to get 8 and 9 here.
Yeah, no, I agree. That one's in there, waist high for a called strike, 1-1. For the Leopards, it'll be 8-9-1 when they come back up in the 7th. There's the pitch. Fastball misses down, 2-1. Gamble with 11 pitches now he's thrown. Again, he has 40. This one grounded foul into the Leopard dugout, third base side. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to Caden Johnson. Jahir Venegas, rather, the number 9 hitter, is waiting on deck.
Coach Fowler had a chance to make a play on that one, but reverted back to his pitching days. Let that one go past him to the shortstop.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball, this one hit past the second baseman, Maddox Moore, and in the right field for a 1-out hit. He didn't get a lot of it, but he got just enough to hit it between Jarvis at first and Moore at second.
And if you're Farmersville here, do you bunt with your 9-hole hitter and see if the series can be turned off the bat of your leadoff man, seeing Leopard pitching for the 5th time today?
Pitch on the way. Breaking ball was a little up. Ball 1. Oh, I'm not seeing Britton Pipes. Here's a pitch. This one foul as he got a round on a ball up in his hands.
He's in right field. That's why you can't see him. You literally can't see him.
I cannot see over there. You're right about that. That's weird. Okay. The runner at first, one away. Here's a pitch from Gamble. Fastball outside, 2-1. Jahir Vaniga singled, been hit by a pitch, scored a run, and grounded out. A 2-2, top of the 7th. Misses low and away, ball 3. Yeesh. Caden Norman, the leadoff guy, on deck. We could use that same kind of ball that Evans hit just a minute ago, only instead maybe to shortstop. 3 balls and 1 strike. Watches strike 2 go by. 3-2.
Absolutely massive pitch here from Gamble.
There we go. Got him looking. Wow. Second strikeout of the inning for Gamble, second out of the inning for the Farmers. And here's Caden Norman now, leadoff man who's singled, been hit by a pitch, and grounded out twice. He's 1 for 3. You got to be careful throwing to him. Left-handed batter. Gamble's first pitch, hard hit. 2-hopper to Jones. He'll toss it to Maddox Moore. He'll get the out at second, and the Leopards are out of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Another man left on, 14 left on for the Farmers this afternoon. And for the Leopards, get ready. Zyvan Banks, Dylan Neighbors, W.T. Jones scheduled to hit as we come back for the bottom of the 7th here on News Talk 107.9 and Texarkana Game Day.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in.
Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
Alrighty, welcome back. The bottom of the 7th here. The Leopards can scratch across the run. We are moving on to round 2. Chuck Zach will be joining me here in just a second after the commercial break with the radio station.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 7th. Yeah, you wanted excitement, you wanted drama, you wanted a deciding game. Here it is. 2-2, bottom of the 7th. Leopards have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, and I believe they're going back to their original DH. I think they're going to bring Gabe Jarvis back in to hit. Zyvan Banks had been the last 2 at-bats. He had actually struck out and popped out, but I think they're going to let Gabe bat for himself here. Now, he started the game as catcher. Dylan Neighbors, of course, just position flipped. But Jarvis reinserted back into the lineup. So it's Jarvis, Neighbors, and then Jones to face Jordan Fuller, third pitcher for the Farmers. He came in the 6th. First pitch, big chopper. It's fielded by Fuller behind the mound. He'll throw out Jarvis on 1 pitch. And Neighbors comes up. Dylan walked, singled. 1 for 2. Leopards needing base runners in a bad way. They had a couple on in the 6th. They had him at first and third, couldn't score. First pitch, Neighbors, strike at the knees. Fuller gets it and he's ready right away. He doesn't want to fool around. Not a big guy. Oh, threw a nice slider there, and it's 0-2. When he gets it right, he gets it instantly and he's ready. Neighbors trying to slow him down. Here's the 0-2. And this one fouled third base side. Oh, and that time Fowler. Heard you talking the trash. Made the play over there.
I know he could swing a bat. I've seen him on the golf course. He can absolutely turn on one.
0-2 again. Pitch on the way. This one hit by Neighbors right to the left fielder. He'll grab that. And that's out number 2 in the inning. His left fielder, Mason Irwin. secures it for the second out, and here it's W.T. Jones.
Nice at bat there by Neighbors. Found a pitch to hit with 2 strikes, drove it to left field, just right at the left fielder, unfortunately. So if the Leopards are going to do it in regulation, it's going to start with W.T.
First pitch swung on, lifts this foul. It slices out of play. Caden Johnson gave it a look, but ran out of real estate for strike 1. 2-2 game. Leopards have not had many runners. They've left 4 on in this game. In comparison, the Farmers have left on 14 through 7 innings. And tough to get on base. That one low. 1-1. Fuller shaking his head. Yep. Whatever that was, he liked it, even though he missed it. Here's the one we'll try again. Goes up with it. This ball lifted into left and giving chase.
It's going to be out of play.
Slices out of play, and almost got some fans who are camped out just on the other side of the chain link fence. Twice now, Jones has been behind on Fuller. He's in the hole 1-2 now. If we go back around, Farmers are going to have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up in their half of the 8th. Fuller doesn't like the first signals, shakes it off, comes back. Pitch misses high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Like that one. He's ready now. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3. Kind of overthrew that pitch. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes to W.T. Jones 1 for 3, a single, ground out, and a fly out. And this is going to be a one pounded towards second, scooped up, and thrown out. So Jones grounds out the second for the second time today. Leopards go down in order in the 7th. We get bonus baseball. More baseball for game 3. It's a 2-2 ball game. Coming back in 60 seconds here on News Talk 107.1 and Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, welcome back. Got a good look at Cam Gamble coming out again for the top of the 8th. We're in extras here.
All right, welcome back. Inning number 8. Why not? We did 8 in game 1. We're going to do 8 here in game 3. Winner gets North Lamar in round 3.
One last time, thank you very much, Chicken Express.
All right, Brady Gray, Colin Berry, Mason Irwin, 2, 3, 4. By the way, the Leopards will have the exact same spot in the lineup in their half of the 8th. Cam Gamble's thrown 20 pitches. He's got 20 left. First pitch, a swing and a miss. Gray's got the triple in the 4th that drove in 2 runs. It's his only hit. He's 1 for 3. That one just misses wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now Zach Fowler's going to have to be thinking about where do I go next? Who's my next arm? Swing and a miss, and it's 1 and 2, way behind on that one.
Cam Gamble, it feels like he's got a little bit more pop in his stuff here, some adrenaline flowing.
Yeah, well,
looking good.
We need 1 more of those. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one hit in the air, center field. Colin Evans drifting over, makes the catch, and there's out number 1. And I guess if I'm saying where we're going to go next, Britton Pipes threw a little bit in game 1. He can come in, certainly. He has a full complement. He only threw 19 pitches in the first game. So he's got about 91 pitches he can throw. So you would kind of think he may be the next one up. All right, here's Barry. 2 walks, strikeout, and a ground out. He's 0 for 2. First pitch swinging. He lifts this one left field. Coming out and then in. Tell you what, for a second, W.T. Jones gave a long run at that. Ultimately gave way to Will Tipton out there for the second out of the inning. It's a little scary. W.T. was going full bore, and he's a rather large guy. Tipton better have been yelling out there, get out of the way. 2 outs. Here's Irwin now. Irwin 1 for 3. Singled, hit by a pitch, couple of ground outs.
Man, excellent way to start extras here. You get the 3 and 4 batters, or the 2-3 batters on fairly mundane batted balls quickly in 4 pitches.
And this one topped, grounded right back to Gamble, scoops it up, makes the throw. He gets out of that with just 6 pitches. Wow. And the Leopards get a chance coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Howe, Pipes, and Jarvis to bat. 2-2 ball game. We'll take a quick timeout. It's first, by the way, 1-2-3 inning of the game for Leopard pitchers. It comes in the 8th. Wow. 60-second break. News Talk 107.1, Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
Welcome back. Headed to the bottom of the 8th inning. A run here wins it and sends your Leopards on to round 3. I'm Frank Sides. Share this feed. There's a ton of you watching. We want as many as we can on here.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 8th. Tristan Howe to lead things off for Liberty-Eylau. 2-2 ball game. Britton Pipes, Eli Jarvis behind him. They'll face Jordan Fuller, third Farmer pitcher of the afternoon. He's been money so far. First pitch to Howe, inside corner strike. Fuller, right-hander, shortstop. That one down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Howe on the afternoon, 0 for 3. Hasn't hit a ball out of the infield. 1 to the pitcher, 2 to the second baseman. Pipes behind him, also 0 for 3. Ground ball, past the third baseman. Shortstop's got it. His throw, diving in, and they're going to say Howe is out. He dove to first base to try to get there. And let's start with an outstanding play by the shortstop. The third baseman, Caden Johnson, laid out. The shortstop, Malone, backhanded that and made a strong throw. I think he may have thrown that faster than any pitches he threw when he was in.
You got to think Coach Fowler's telling that young man, run through the bag.
So Howe is out, and Pipes comes up. Britton a ground out to first base, 1 to the pitcher, and a fly out to center. Pitch misses, wide, ball 1. Boy, the top of the order for the Leopards right now is 1 hit in 11 at-bats.
See if Britton can change that right here.
Fuller's pitch, fastball, inside corner, strike 1. It was belt high. Pipe's going to look back at it, but again, you got to remember, if you're a fan watching, Leopards batters are way out over the plate. Sometimes what looks like an inside pitch is really a strike. This one topped Craig Jones with the 2-hopper barehanded.
No doubt he was making that play.
Wrapped his meat hook around that thing, and it's 1-2.
You might as well have gloves for hands.
He does. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Pipes asked for timeout. Leopards with 2 runs today. They've gotten them with a total of 5 hits. They've left on 4. Ground ball again, same place. Oh, Jones actually bobbles that one. That's a little surprising. Made him move a little too far to his right. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this one fouled back and out of play. Okay, well, we could get a Pipes long ball. We could all go home happy today. Right? I know, you called for one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Misses low, 2-2.
I say we line up a triple header Thursday. Game 1, 2, and 3. Let's just get them all knocked out.
No.
Take off work.
No. Let's not do that. Bad idea. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here you go. This one pounded, but right to the shortstop. Malone took about 3 steps to his right and gobbles it up. And so Pipes is 0 for 4 with a line out. Boy, the top end of the order. 1 for 12 now. Who'd have thought that today? Eli Jarvis now. Jarvis with a strikeout, a walk, and a run, and a double.
Just been an odd game from start to finish.
He got stranded at 3rd in that 6th inning when the Leopards looked like they were going to win this game.
Are we at 6 hit batsmen?
Yeah.
And only 4 runs.
Yep. Pitch outside. Well, it's us who hit the. Yeah, that's you're right. 4 runs total. That's right. Leopards hit 6 Farmers batters. That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball misses wide. 2-1. If Jarvis can get on, Gamble's on deck. Ball 3 down low and away. Eli Jarvis trying to squeeze some way to get on base here. That one a strike as he's taking it all the way 3-2.
It looked like a 3-1 breaking ball.
Yeah, you're right, kind of a backdoor slider. Here's the 3-2. Missed low and away. Ball 4. Leopards get a base runner. Comes with 2 outs, though. And here's Cam up. Gamble, 1 for 2. Walked, flew out, singled.
If Gamble can find a way to put one in the gap here, going to win the game for the Leopards and give himself a win on the mound.
Well, you're asking for an awful lot. Jarvis, big guy running at first. Fastball, strike.
Gotta send him, Chuck.
2-2 game, 2 out, bottom of the 7th, or 8th rather, excuse me. Throw over to first, and Jarvis dives back. Alan Berry went 3 innings. Braden Malone went 2, and Jordan Fuller has been here for what is now his 3rd inning worth of work. He's got plenty of pitches in the arsenal. There's the delivery. Gamble hits one hard into left. Runners at first and second. Cam with back-to-back singles in his last 2 at-bats, and the winning run moves to second base for Maddox Moore. Moore had a chance to maybe win this thing twice. He got thrown out at home trying to score from second in the 4th, and with a runner at first and a runner at third, he lifted a shallow fly out to center field. He's going to get a 3rd chance to try to win this thing.
Gonna have a runner.
Jarvis coming out, Arian Taylor coming in.
Is Jarvis burned for the game now?
Probably. And by the way, if we don't get a run here, you've got a little bit left of Cam Gamble, about 13 pitches, and then you got to make a change on the mound. So a walk and a single, and here's sophomore Maddox Moore.
The biggest spot of the season for this young man.
Foul out, a single, and a fly out. First pitch hits him, and we got him loaded. Well. Colin Evans is going to step to the plate. A walk, a hit batter, or a single, and the Leopards are going to win this. Taylor's at third. He's the only runner that matters. Forget Gamble, forget Moore. Let's see what they're going to ask Colin Evans to do here.
And his last time up, he absolutely smoked one right at the second baseman.
Yeah. They're all back normal depth. They can get an out at any base.
Oh, boy.
Evans 1 for 3. A fly out, a single, and a 4-6-3 double play. Now, when you talk about biggest at bat of the year, here it is for Colin. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Jordan Fuller takes a look at Taylor at third. Comes to the plate. 2. Low. Ball 2.
Good block by the catcher there to save the season.
That's Brady Gray back there. You'd have to really be coming hard from third base. There's not a lot of room behind home plate. None of the runners being held on, obviously. Leopard dugout making noise. 2-0. Fastball, strike 2 and 1. Big pitch from Jordan Fuller. He did not want to go in the whole 3-0. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swung on, fouled out of play. It was a little up in the zone, may have been ball 3.
Put a good swing on it though. Fouled it straight back.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's on time against this kid's fastball. He's twice as seen him today. Oh boy.
Whew-wee. All right, Fuller ready. Here's the pitch. Fouled again. Still 2 and 2.
Feels like some of those late season moments you and I have experienced together. It's big time football stadiums.
This inning began
I'm
with
nervous for these kids.
Ground out by Howe, a line out by Pipes with 2 outs, a Jarvis walk, a single from Gamble, and a hit batter Moore. This one poked into left field. It's going to get in, and the Leopards are going to win. Arian Taylor scores from third on Colin Evans. Game-winning 2-out single, and Liberty-Eylau advances to round 3 as they win 3-2 over Farmersville. And the bottom of the order comes through again here in the 8th inning. Colin Evans with a single to drive in Arian Taylor, and Liberty-Eylau wins the series 2-1.
Wow, that's all I've got to say, Chuck. Wow.
Evans, who grounded into a double play in the 6th, that cost the Leopards a chance to maybe end the game or at least win it then, comes back and gets redemption in the 8th inning, and Liberty-Eylau gets North Lamar in round number 3.
Wow.
They left on a ton of batters, did Farmersville, very reminiscent to what Liberty-Eylau did on Game 1 on Thursday. When we left 13, they left 14 on today, and it came back to bite them. You couldn't get those runs early when they left on 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 3 in the 6th, and could not get but 2 runs, none in those innings I just mentioned.
Absolutely unbelievable series, lived up to the billing, and the Leopards come back and win 2 in a row to advance. And we'll do the best we can to bring you the next one.
Liberty-Eylau now 26-7-1 on the year. Farmersville ends their season 22-14 on the season. Leopards win this series in 3 games, and it's all about that in the playoffs. Survive and advance, and that's exactly what Liberty-Eylau has done. So Pleasant Grove advanced yesterday. Liberty-Eylau advances today. They still are heading on a collision course for maybe a showdown in the regional finals. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to wrap things up here. Liberty-Eylau picking up the victory by a score of 3-2 to eliminate Farmersville. Mr. Doty.
I do have playoff information for Pleasant Grove as of now. They will be playing Lindale at ETBU, 1-game series on Thursday.
Wow.
So we will be at ETBU on Thursday for Pleasant Grove and Lindale. We will try to make that stream happen. We will give more information whenever that happens.
There you go. That's for the game day, folks. Obviously, the folks here on News Talk 107, we're not doing that. But game day is. All right, we're done for this afternoon. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate all you guys. And Frank Sides, great working with you again, sir.
Absolutely. For those of you guys that tuned in, we really, really appreciate it. What a series. We're going to keep it here for the celebration just because it's a special moment for these kids.
All right, well, I'm going to sign off for the radio, folks. You've been listening to Liberty-Eylau Leopard Baseball here on News Talk 107.1. We'll get you information about their series against North Lamar. Hopefully by the end of the weekend, we'll be wherever they're going to be next week. I'm Chuck Zach for Frank Sides. So long, everybody, and have a great Mother's Day.
All righty, for the game day crowd that are sticking with us one more time, Chicken Express, we really appreciate you guys helping us bring this awesome playoff action to the Liberty-Eylau faithful. MK Clark Hauling, Ultra Storage, thank you guys for everything you did. And one last look at the Liberty-Eylau Leopards taking their area series champion photo. My goodness, what a series again. Special thanks to Chuck Zach for helping us dual broadcast this. He's a true legend. Shout out to Coach Fowler if you see this, man. What a series you coached, your team fought. It's gritty. It basically, they take on your personality, man. So we'll see you guys next week. Let me know.